What's up guys, Mr. Scanlon here for another video tutorial in the basics of After Effects. Alright, so in the last video we talked about a bunch of different cool effects that are some of my favorites in here. Um, I know we said we were going to do keying in this video in the last one, and we might get to it, but I do want to do something else real quick. So I have another monitor that you can't see over here. I'm just going to go ahead and go to Google real quick. Actually, I'll show it to you. Okay. So go to Google real quick, and then, I don't know, type in A.J. Lewis, Mount Carmel, because AJ's a cool dude. And then just go to like images or something. We're just trying to find a cool image of AJ. I wonder if there's the Maris one is on here. That's always one of my favorites. I did some cool stuff with it in the past. All right, let's go with this one. You can pick any image you want, but if you happen to see this one on there, this is what I'm going to be using. So basically, what you have to do is you have to save this image to your desktop. Come on, save it, save it, save it. Okay, so I'm saving this to my desktop right now. And then I'm just going to go ahead and close out of this. You can do whatever you want, minimize it. Basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing this image into After Effects here to use it in After Effects. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you use things in here. Yeah, I'll just do it from here. So there's two ways to do it. You can either just take the image and drag it into here and then let go and make sure it's in your projects, and you let go in here and it'll be there. Or you could just go to File, Import File, and I'm just going to use, which one was it? I think it was this one, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to drag that in here. So now you see the image of A.J. Lewis here running with the football against Loyola. I think we lost that game. We lost that game, right? Yeah, we lost it to Loyola. That was close. No, it wasn't. No, they were really good last year. I'm sorry. So we have like a really cool background that we want to put in here. Let's rename this to Lewis real quick because it's AJ's image here, and we want to put AJ in this picture here. But the problem is we got all these stupid Loyola kids, and then whoever that is in the background, and we don't want that. I think that's Thompson. Yeah, that's got to be Thompson right there. What a noob. All right. So we just want AJ in here. What we have to do is we have to select this pen tool here, and this is a little painstaking. I know, don't hate me for it, but you gotta actually crop him out, okay? And I'm just gonna go through this with you for the first time because, why not? Just to give you an idea, anytime I'm making like a cool graphic, like a graphic design, I use After Effects just like I'm doing it right now instead of Photoshop because I find it a lot easier to come up with things. Real quick before I continue that, if you ever find like that, like a guy's leg is like right over somebody that you're trying to like work with, just go right through them. Just cut their leg off. There's only so much you can do, I'm actually cutting off like part of AJ's leg or something. I'm not even like trying to get that exact. But I prefer to do things in After Effects because there's a lot of like tools and stuff that you can use in After Effects. Photoshop is very good for making images and photoshopping things. It's literally where the word came from, and it's a great place to do a lot of 2D art and like draw things. And After Effects, if you're trying to just do a graphic design or you're trying to cut something out, I think it's a lot faster than Photoshop. So notice after I hit that last thing there, once I tag this last mask, it's gonna cut AJ out here. It's cutting everything else out, and it's just leaving him alone as like this sole image here. You'll notice one of the issues is we kind of got these rough edges. Now, part of that's my fault because I went really fast. But one thing you can do to kind of correct for this is go into your masks here and just feather that up a little bit. Just like, 19 is really high, and honestly, it doesn't look that great. But if you were a little bit closer to detail and you punch this up to maybe 5 or 6 feather pixels, it would look really, really nice. Let me just take my word for that. And I'm going to put him there, and I don't know, we'll drag him like under there. And, okay, so Lewis is on top of him, and yeah. So we got AJ in the picture, which is all cool and stuff. Maybe, maybe I want to make AJ's outfit here red on top. The brown and white is great, don't get me wrong, but just for fun, I want to have his uniform everywhere there's white, just have it red. Well, part of the thing is that we have a red background, so we already have that covered. But what we can do is we can go into effects and presets and type in key, okay? And I'm using this as an example, which is a very poor example, because normally if you're talking about keying, you're talking about green screens, and then you would do it that way. But what you can do is you can just take this color key here and drag it onto AJ. And then, we're going to take the color and make it this, like, you just pick like somewhere like kind of like basic, like white right there. And you'll notice if you get in here close, it already took out some of those spots. It didn't take out a whole lot, and that's because AJ is, he's very complex in this picture. There's lots of different kinds of pixels. But what we can do if we want to take out all the white is up the color tolerance a little bit here. So we can just kind of turn this up, and you'll start to see all that all that white disappear, and then the red background is just filling it in. Now it doesn't get everything perfectly. There's like the hand is starting to go away, which we don't always want. Maybe we want it for this one. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes, we do. But if we go too far, you're going to see like, even like his brown pants here are starting to get taken away. And it's because once you get so far with the color tolerance, it starts to just pick up everything. So maybe we just want it like right there or something like that. One way you can kind of alter it and maybe make this a little bit nicer is to play with this edge thin. Maybe not that much, but you can kind of see like, it maybe fills it in a little bit more, and then maybe the edge feather. That's kind of nice. So we just made AJ play for some team that's red and brown. I don't know. I can't even imagine a team would pick those two colors. So that's pretty neat. We have AJ here, and he's all red and brown and stuff. We're actually just going to get rid of that color key. I just wanted to show you that if you type in key here, you're going to get a bunch of options that show up. One of them is the color key, which I use a lot. Sometimes I use this key light thing on like green screens and stuff because it's very fine-tuned. See, like it automatically tried to generate the best way to take out all the white without me having to fool around with it. Now it's not. I don't think this is actually even as good as what we just did with the color key, but you can tell that it definitely did get rid of as much white as it could. So key light's a pretty powerful tool to use sometimes. We're heading up at about 8 minutes right now, so let me just wrap this up by saying that, I was able to bring AJ Lewis in here from the internet by saving it to the desktop, and then you can either drag and drop it in here into this project box or import it by going to File, Import. And then once you do that, it's as simple as just dragging and dropping it into the composition and then playing around with it. And you can do that with images and videos, and you'll be fine. Alright, so that's it for this video. We're going to be talking about some other cool stuff in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope it was pretty informative. See you in the next video.